What is going on? Boxy here, and welcome to an episode of Why It Works. This is a series where I will invite players who have shown a mastery over Destiny PvP to talk about their playstyle and how it works. Today our guest is 3peaceHans. They have a mastery over Arc Titan, so let's get right to it.
Hello everybody, my name is 3peaceHans. I'm a Destiny 2 PvPer. I'm an Arc Titan main, and I started off as like everyone else with, being a noob in Crucible, but over the time I've been able to acquire some knowledge from friends and other great PvP players, and I would like to share it with you guys today. So of course, if you're playing Arc Titan, Thunder Crash is just the way to go. Fist of Havocs is fun in sixes. If you're trying to play competitively, Thunder Crash will always be your go-to. Even with the nerf, it's insanely good. I personally love Towering Barricade. Towering Barricade is, free res, free reset fight. Rally Barricade, maybe if you're only on, I would say, Strand, just because of being able to suspend someone. The thruster is up to a personal preference if whether you would like the additional movement. I don't really like it. I know it has a faster cooldown, especially if you're using builds with oh my lord, I forget what it's called. Heart of Inmost Light. It's really, really good. I personally love Ballistic Slam. I think Ballistic Slam is one of the best Titan melees you can use, mainly because you can set up for things that people aren't really used to running against. Everyone is used to running against a Seismic Strike Titan or any other shoulder charge Titan that's going to shotgun shoulder charge them, or just use it as their form of movement. But with Seismic Slam actually kind of getting a nerf where if you use it, it's going to, use the charge for a little bit until you get it back. I would recommend people starting using Ballistic Slam with Dune Marchers. Even though they're getting a nerf, it's still very good to engage, start damage, or end damage by, securing a kill or multiple kills. Lightning Grenades are overall one of the best grenades in the game. Storm Grenades had its spot in the sunlight, but Lightning Grenades are back on top, especially when you have Touch of Thunder. When you get 2 of them, Lightning Grenades are just overall DPS. It's crazy. You melt shields, you melt over shields, you can even melt supers with it if you place it correctly. Always run Lightning Grenades. For our aspects over here, we have Touch of Thunder. As you can tell, if you're a Titan, you know that it's going to increase your grenades tenfold. It's just an amazing aspect. I would run Touch of Thunder and knock out over Juggernaut any day. Down here in the fragments, I have Spark of Amplitude, rapidly defeating targets while your amplified creates orbs of power. If you're an Arc Titan, you're going to be amplified a lot with all your ability kills, with your Lightning Grenade, with your Ballistic Slam, with your super. Everything is basically going to make you amplified, especially if you have Knockout as well. Being able to proc Knockout and not even use a powered melee to become amplified is huge. Spark of Haste, you want Spark of Haste because it's just better than Spark of Recharge. Instead of being critically wounded, you just gain increased resilience, recovery, and mobility while sprinting. It's just insane. You get that, that go fast there. This is going to help you for all the Titans that like to be aggressive like I. Next up, I personally love Spark of Momentum. I know a lot of people will change this out with something else, with maybe the Spark of Magnitude, or the one that creates Ionic Traces, the Spark of Ions. I personally like Spark of Momentum. Sliding over ammo bricks reloads your equipped weapon and grants a small amount of melee energy. For someone that is usually going to be using their abilities to start damage or end it, it's very important that you have a way of minimizing your cooldown as much as you can. And if sliding over ammo grants just a little bit of, making it from a minute to 50 seconds, from a minute to 40 seconds, it is a huge difference and can actually throw off your opponents, because if they think that you use this and they can see your resilience, as mine is only 50, so it's about around a minute and 5 seconds, they think I'll have it up every minute, which is at least once per round. But if I'm sliding over ammo, sometimes you can get 2, sometimes you can get 3. It's completely insane. Spark of Feedback. Taking melee damage briefly increases your outgoing melee damage. I don't know what more I need to say, especially if you're a Knockout Titan. If someone punches you and you already have Knockout equipped and you have Spark of Feedback, you're not losing the follow-up punch. it's insane. Spark of Feedback is something that I think, especially if you have your knockout aspect and you're running Seismic Charge, Spark of Feedback is something you need to be running. There we go. So at this point here, my teammates have already called out that I have 2 enemies here and 1 on this jump up here in Javelin. So I think this is B flag. We have an enemy combatant up here. I have a teammate down left side. I get 1 shot on him. I know that Lightning Grenade has a large area of effect, so throwing it against the wall facing towards where they are is going to grant at least a hit and jolt. Jolt is actually really strong on arc and can just basically give you free kills. It's like Dune Marchers, but for arc abilities. We were able to get a kill there. I'm following up with a Seismic Slam, especially since I know there's damage out, hoping that it had tracked to one of the targets already that I was going to slam. As you can see, we have an enemy moving already up in the air, moving to the right. With Ballistic Slam, you're able to make those small adjustments as long as you're fast enough. So I was ready to slam on the left. I see my enemy is going to the right. Quickly make the adjustment. Dune Marchers, cleans up an enemy that was already tagged with my grenade. As you can see, only did 86 damage, but with the jolt that was granted already beforehand, allowed me to clean that mess up. And a quick melee to finish it off. So this is when an Arc Titan here, when you really work into your abilities, your cooldowns, and knockout being procced. I mean, I got 3 kills there without having to kill any of them with my gun. It's just something to be an Arc Titan. Yeah, this one is also, as well as I was saying before, knockout and is just such a great tool. I mean, we'll go ahead and move on forward here with the clip. The reason why I'm flying in the air here, which I like to play aggressive. Usually here, I know there's no enemies there. I'm hoping there's no one on the bridge, mainly because any sniper would be able to pick you out of the air. I float a lot as a Titan, mainly because I main Ballistic Slam, and knowing that if I need to, I can get down as fast as I need to. Just in a snap in the finger, I'm either on the enemy or I can run away. So as I'm moving here, I look at the bridge. Hopefully no one's there. We have an enemy Guardian on the ground. Go ahead and start off the damage. Body him. Was able to get a headshot there. As we move forward, he puts up his barricade. Now, if this was a tower barricade, I most likely would not have pushed this. But since he put a rally barricade down, I was able to jump over it. I now have knockout proc. We have Hunter, who jumped past. We both jumped past each other. Was able to get 1 shot off of him for 47. And this is where knockout really comes into effect, especially is one of your best neutral kits here on Arc Titan. And I was able just to body him with a 140 hand cannon and finish up the kill with knockout. As you see, I'm amplified still. Moving towards it. We have an enemy that was hurt. Able to proc knockout on 1 shot because we technically broke his shield, and we were able to trade with a super. This is an example of me doing something dumb and working out because I'm catching the team off guard here. This is just another of, I'm confident with ability, so I'm going to try something. I even make the call out here to my teammates since it's 0-0. I said, hey, I'm gonna do something stupid, and it does work out 90% of the time. They're watching that lane. This is not gonna work. Like, if one person turned here, I was done. but that's just I honestly I'm a big fan of Ballistic. So in this one here, it's just this is what I'm talking about of using your ability to end off an engagement. Luckily enough, here I was able to get. We have a down teammate, so it's a 2v3, but I was able to get a snipe on an enemy who wasn't or who didn't notice me. So putting us back in a 2v2 situation. They did have another Titan. You can see him put up his barricade. I think now. So the reason why I decided to lead here with my Ballistic Slam is because I know they're going to be together, and if they got that res, it means that most likely we're going to lose the round, mainly because they'll have overshield, and they have our res. I have no special, and I only have hand cannon, and we're both very low. Throw out my nade to start off the damage. Go in with Ballistic Slam while he's getting the res. Hit all three of them. Dune Marchers finishes off one. My grenade I push one into my grenade. As you can see, 106 damage there. Followed up by a melee with knockout. Being able to use your abilities is Arc Titan is one of the strongest neutral games, and being able to secure a whole round based around your abilities is huge, and I think not many classes have, and it's something that a lot of I think this is where you see the ability spam and what most people would want changed, but it's one of the biggest factors right now as an Arc Titan for you to be able to win your fights against multiple enemies, and it's something that I think a lot more, especially if you're using Ballistic Slam. I mean, if I had shoulder charge there, could have gone completely different, but it's just something that very nichely I could fit with Ballistic Slam and show this sort of Arc Titan gameplay off. If you're looking to give Arc Titan a try, my words of advice would be don't give up, especially if you're using Ballistic Slam. The thing about it is you're going to fail before you start to succeed. Learning placements, lineups. There are lineups with Ballistic Slam, believe it or not. And once you find your groove with it, you're going to fall in love with it. Just don't give up.
Thank you for coming on and talking with us. Where can we find you at?
I stream on Twitch very seldomly. It's on twitch.tv/3peaceHans. I play a variety of different FPS games, but Destiny 2 it will always be in my heart in a special place.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you again to 3peaceHans for being our first guest on the show. And as always, I will see you in the Crucible, Guardian.